May I have your name?
My name is Ahmed Ghaiba, and I'm originally from Syria, but I have the Canadian nationality, and I lived in Canada for 7 years.
Where were you born?
I was actually born here in Saudi Arabia, and I
All
lived
right.
2 years.
You lived here for 2 years?
Yes.
Then?
Then I moved to Canada for 7 whole years.
Okay,
Yes.
can you tell me, Ahmed, can you tell me something about your family before we start?
My family, they're all originally Arab, and we always speak Arabic in my home.
So your parents are Syrian?
Syrian, yes.
And what language do you speak at home? Arabic?
Yes, only Arabic. My parents, they didn't let me to speak Arabic, not to let me struggle, but to like not forget the Arabic language, the language of the Quran.
So when you were in Canada, you used to speak Arabic at home?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you tell me something about life in Canada and life in Saudi Arabia? Similarities and differences.
Differences you can say is the weather, but both countries are improving very well. But I'm more used to Canada because I lived there more, but now I'm getting used to this country a lot more.
All right. So you talked about the weather.
The weather,
Yeah.
yes.
Which is better, the weather here in Saudi Arabia or in Canada?
Well, to me, I think the weather over there is better because
Really? It's freezing. Really?
yeah, but I can wear a jacket, like a heavy jacket,
Oh, I see.
but it's not always the best thing to be in the cold.
Yeah, I see. So when the weather is like freezing, you can wear a jacket. You can put on a jacket or something.
Yes.
But when it's very hot, like here in Saudi Arabia, what do you do?
Like we can go indoors and turn on an AC,
Yeah, yeah.
or in a car, or anything.
All right, all right.
I would like you, Ahmed, to tell me something about shopping. When you decide to go for a walk in Canada, here in Saudi Arabia.
Here in Saudi Arabia, it's almost the whole year you can go outside, unless other than like 3 months. But in Canada, there's actually almost 8 months of snow.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
the problem. But in summer, it's really nice weather.
Did you ever go skating?
Oh, I just said I know how to skate, and I
Yeah.
know how to play hockey as well.
That's nice.
How many brothers or sisters do you have, Ahmed?
I'm the only one.
Oh, you're lucky. Do you think you're lucky?
No.
All right. So, Ahmed,
Now let's move on to talk about school. Were you in a private school in Canada or in a governmental school?
No, I was in a governmental school. There was
How was it? Tell me something about the school, the teachers, the students, the subjects.
I only had one teacher for all my subjects. It's like a homeroom teacher, but he stays for the whole day. Other than the French teacher.
which grade were you in when you were in Canada?
I was from daycare. I was like 2 years old until grade 3.
So tell me something about the subjects there. How many subjects? The way you study, the way you learn English.
Over there, we didn't take that much grammar. We used to focus more on spelling. Because over there, most people speak fluent English, so grammar wasn't really a problem. And we used to take 1 hour of French every day, so that's why I can speak a bit of French, but like not the best.
You feel lucky when you speak 2 or 3 languages, right?
Yes.
Speak Arabic, English, and
French.
French. Can you say something in French?
Maybe like bonjour, comment ça va?
Ça va bien? I speak a little French as well.
Okay. So you told me about in Canada in schools you used to focus more on vocabulary and spelling, not on grammar,
Yeah.
because people speak English. What nationalities did you have? The other students in Canada.
Most of them were Canadian, but some of them were new to Canada, so they still didn't have the nationality.
Did you have any Arab friends there?
Almost my whole class was Arabs actually.
Really?
And Muslims.
Do you speak Arabic in class or in the school, or no, you speak only in English?
No, in the school I only speak English, because the other people in my class, they didn't really speak English. I mean Arabic.
They are Arab, but they do not speak Arabic?
Yeah, they were
Oh.
Arab.
So if you like compare your school here and your school in Canada, according to the number of the students.
In Canada, there was barely 300 students in my school,
The whole school?
The whole school. But here, mashallah, there's over 10,000 students, I think.
Yeah, I see. So in how many classes for grade 2 or grade 3, for example, there in Canada, in your school?
In my school, there was one class for each grade. So
Oh my
like
God.
grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. They were not like here, grade 1A, 2A, 3A, and like...
Are you planning, or your family, your parents, planning to go back to Canada one day, or they're planning to settle and live here in Saudi Arabia for longer times?
We are planning to go back to Canada, but we're not sure yet.
Not sure when.
Like, possibly next year.
Really?
Yeah.
Will you feel like unhappy because you will miss the life here in Saudi Arabia?
Oh yes, because all my family lives here. My cousins, my grandparents, everybody was here. But I think I would get used to it again because I lived 7 years without.
Do you have any relatives there in Canada?
I have like relatives, but they're like far away. Like my father's grandfather's brother.
Oh, I see. I see.
Ahmed, what do you want to be when you grow up after you leave school?
I actually want to be a doctor.
Inshallah. Why you want to be a doctor? Is your dad a doctor?
No.
Your mom?
No.
Why you want to be a doctor? Tell me. Give me some reasons.
First of all, I like the money you get out of it. Second of all,
You like what? Sorry?
The money.
The money, or you think doctors are well paid?
Yes.
All right. What else?
And I think it's fun to be a doctor.
All right. Tell me something that you like and dislike about living in Canada.
The problem in Canada is the snow. The snow makes you wet. It can go up to like a meter high sometimes, and you don't skip school that days. You have to go to school, or like you might lose some marks because there is no reason to be absent.
You know, Ahmed, I lived in China before, and one of the cities, and there was snow as well, but it was fun for me.
Really?
But probably when you live for a long time, you will feel that it's not the kind of weather that I like, you know. And what is the thing that you like about Canada?
Or the things?
The things, like for example, I like the grass in summer. I like everything green. The vegetables over there are very nice. Those are like my favorite things.
And okay, let me ask you the same question about Saudi Arabia.
The things I like are all my family's here.
The family gathering.
Yeah, the weather isn't too bad. Everybody around me is a Muslim. There's
Yeah,
mosque
that's a very good
around me.
point. And what is the thing that you dislike about Saudi Arabia?
Maybe just the sand. Not much. Like
I
I don't
see.
really like sand.
I see. How about the food? The Saudi food?
The food over here way better. Way
Really?
better.
Kabsa, you like kabsa?
Yeah. Yes.
Fine.
Ahmed, that's probably the end of our interview, but you have the chance to tell something to the boys who want to live in Canada, who want to learn in Canada, okay? Tell them something. Give them a piece of advice or something.
I think if you want to go to Canada, it's a great place to be. But I suggest going to an Islamic school, and if you're Muslim, and speak Arabic at home, so you don't forget the language of the Quran.
Go to an Islamic school, but it costs a lot of money.
Yes.
The governmental school is for free.
Yeah.
And speak Arabic at home.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is the piece of advice that you can give to the parents? Because many people are trying, I teach IELTS, and many people are trying to get 7 above in IELTS, the band score 7 above in IELTS, just to be able to immigrate to Canada or Australia. What do you say to the parents who want to immigrate to Canada or Australia?
I think you just try your best, and if you're lucky, I guess, then
You'll
you
get
will
it.
go. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ahmed. It was a pleasure having you today.
Thank you.
You can see the video on my YouTube channel.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you.